And yes, I am dressed like a doll because this month is Halloween and I'm extra like that. Hey everyone, I'm TM Sparrow, writer and homeschooling mom, and today I'm going to tell you 10 things you should do to prepare for NaNoWriMo. It's October, that wonderful time of the year that brings cooler weather, changing leaves, Halloween, and the last month of peace before the chaos that is NaNoWriMo. This time of the year is insanely busy for so many of us, which is why I'm coming at you with a list of 10 things I think you should do to prepare for NaNoWriMo. And if you want to know what project I'll be working on in November, stay tuned until the end of the video for my announcement. Before we get started, I just want to remind you that I am still recruiting beta readers for my short story, The Witch in the Wild City. So if you're interested in reading a story about a non-binary witch who has a life-changing encounter with a werewolf, then check out the link in the description below to sign up. And without further ado, let's break down my top 10 things to do to prepare for NaNoWriMo. Number 1, outline. Listen, I am a hardcore planner in basically every way. I mean, look at these planners. And yet, somehow, I'm still the hot mess mom. Anyway, as a writer mom, I firmly believe that planning your story is the way to go. Let's be real here. There is always a chance that you're going to get interrupted no matter what precautions you take. Having a plan for where your story is going to go helps you stay on track whenever your writing flow is inevitably interrupted. And when you're a busy parent trying to write 50,000 words in 30 days, having a plan helps you keep from losing time trying to figure out what's going on or what should happen next. Now, I've made videos about my extensive outlining process before, but you don't have to be as detailed as I am. Even a loose outline will help you stay on track so you can achieve your goals. Number 2, meal plan and prep. So I think I've mentioned before that we live with my parents, which makes meals a lot easier because there are more people to split the responsibility with. But when I first started doing Nano, we were living on our own. It was me and my husband and Ava, who would have been 1 or 2 years old at the time. Now, Drake and I were also both working out of the home then as well, which made things extra difficult. I've always been the one to take most of the responsibility for the cooking because A, I just enjoy it, and B, I'm honestly the better cook. So my first Nano was also my first discovery of the joys of meal planning and meal prepping. Meal planning is a lifesaver during Nano because when you already have your menu planned out, you don't have to spend the time or the brain power trying to figure out what you're going to have for dinner that night. It also allows you to prep your meals in advance. Taking a few hours one day a week to prepare as many meals as you can really saves you so much time and effort for the rest of the week. And if you have a crock pot, I highly recommend looking up some crock pot freezer meals. You can have most of the ingredients already combined and frozen. And then, when you're ready to make the meal, you take it out of the freezer, pop it in the crock pot, let it cook for a little while, and then bam, dinner's ready. It is the best thing. And some of them don't even have to defrost before you make them if you can cook them long enough. 10-10, highly recommend. Number 3, make a schedule. I know. First, I'm telling you you should outline, and now I'm telling you that you should make a schedule? I get it. This is taking planning to a whole new level. But this year, for the first time ever in my life, I actually made myself a color-coded schedule, and it has made a huge difference for me. As a homeschool mom, writer, and YouTuber trying to make a career out of all of this, having a schedule reminds me that this is an actual job for me. Your schedule doesn't have to be as detailed as mine. I mean, I went hour by hour for each day of the week and scheduled our school time, what time we're going to do each subject each day, blocked out my writing time, when I do my YouTube stuff, and so on. But making a schedule, even a loose one, and blocking out some writing time is going to help you build a routine. When your brain knows that a certain time is writing time, then it's going to help you get into the flow quicker and easier each time. If you show up consistently and put in the work, then eventually the muse will too. That's how it works for me anyway. Your mileage may vary. Number 4, organize your inspiration. Man, I am really on an organization kick here. I guess that's because the more you have organized before Nano, the fewer distractions you will have. And I don't know about you, but one of the biggest things that I use to procrastinate when I should be writing is making playlists and aesthetic boards. By making this part of my pre-writing and prep process, I am taking away one more distraction for NaNoWriMo. If you can take away your excuses before you can actually make them, then, theoretically, you'll be more productive when it's actually time to work. As an added bonus, you'll have all this inspiring and motivational stuff organized and ready to go. So when you're actually writing, that inspiration will always be right there. Number 5, set up a reward system. I don't know about you, but I am a very rewards motivated person. The first year that I actually won Nano, I actually had a reward planned for myself. Now, you have to make sure that whatever your reward is something that you're actually going to be able to do for yourself. Because if you achieve your goals, but then don't get the promised reward, it can be really discouraging. You also have to make sure that you're not going to end up getting your reward even if you don't meet your goals. Because then, what's the point? For me, my reward might be a new bottle of nail polish or another book of stickers for my planner or something like that. Other ideas could include a movie night or a special snack. Just make sure you don't end up eating that snack before you actually hit your goal. Number 6, get your house as clean as possible. I mean, really, I probably could have summed up most of this list by saying, just get everything as organized as possible in October. And that includes cleaning. Whatever you can get cleaned and organized now is one less thing that you can use to procrastinate in November. Get those winter clothes out of storage. Organize your closet. Whatever you can think of and make time for now, get it done. Otherwise, if you're like me, you might spend the first half of November getting your house completely spotless. And while your home will look great, you will be so far behind on your word count. Plus, I don't know about you, but clutter makes me anxious. I find it so much easier to focus and get work done if my space is clean and organized, which is really ironic because I hate cleaning. Number 7, set your goals. Technically, Nano comes with built-in goals. 50,000 words in 1 month, broken down into 1,667 words per day. But that only works if you write every day. And we all know I'm not a fan of writing every day. For me, it is super exhausting and I burn out a lot faster. So that goal doesn't work for me. I have to break it down into goals that will fit into my actual writing sessions. Typically, my writing days are Monday through Friday, so that gives me 21 writing days in November. That comes out to roughly 2,381 words a day, which isn't really that bad actually. But let's say that's maybe not a realistic goal. Let's say I try to take 2 Saturdays for the month and I set a goal for 12,500 words each of those Saturdays. That's half my word count, which leaves my other 21 days with a much more manageable 1,191 words. But I don't think I can realistically write 12,500 words in one day, so I'll probably just stick to the 2,381 words a day. Number 8, stock up on writing snacks. I don't know about you, but there's just something about having a writing snack that helps me crank out those words a lot faster. Like it's brain food or something. So I'm definitely planning on stocking up on my writing fuel before November. I mean, who has time to go to the store when there are 50,000 words to write? Especially during the apocalypse that is 2020. On second thought, maybe I'll just order those snacks from Amazon. Number 9, inform your friends and family. That's right. You gotta let people know what's going on. Let whoever needs to know. Husbands, children, parents. You can't expect them to respect your writing time if you don't let them know what you're doing. Recruit some cheerleaders and accountability partners. It's a lot more motivating when you know that you have someone rooting for you. And for us writer parents, this is when we can recruit some childcare if necessary or possible. Arrange your writing times with your partner. Beg a grandparent or aunt or uncle or someone to take the kids for just a few hours so you can get some writing done. Bribe them if you have to. But if all else fails, that's what the schedule's for. Number 10. Find your home region. Or another writer group or whatever. I'm not your boss. But I do think that finding your home region on the Nano site is important. Every region has at least one municipal liaison who's going to be there to support you and cheer you on. Plus there are kickoff parties and writing sprints and an amazing sense of community. So if you're doing Nano this year, go to the website, find your home region, and say hello. Okay, so that's the end of my list. This is my 7th year doing Nano, and this year I'm going to be working on a novella with the working title of Blue Moon. That is eventually going to change, but Blue Moon is a prequel to my Children of Remus series, and tells the story of how 2 of the characters met. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I am really excited for it. Are you doing Nano this year? You can let me know in the comments below, and while you're there, tell me about what project you're working on as well. Or, as always, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. And if you want to see more, then don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos on Wednesdays. See you next time. It's October. It's October. The last month. Bleh. Now, without further ado, let's break down look at these planners. It's a lot. Anyway, as a planner, number 2, meal plan and prep. That sounded ridiculous. Number 2, meal plan. But when I first started doing Nano, we were living on Drake and I were also both working. I'm honestly is amazing, and it saves you so much time and effort during the taking a few hours one day a week. Let it cook for a few hours and then bam, dinner's ready. Having a schedule. Number 4, I am taking away one more by making this part of my get everything as organized as possible before I mean, really, I probably could have summed up 50,000 words in 1 month, broken down into 1,100. Recruit cheerleaders and accountability partners, and let's try that again. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic.